part and falling off last year. Dave Canales' first job is to make sure he gets everybody on the same page, and then we can begin to worry about the X's and O's and all the schematics.
Yeah, and look, I think that those are kind of the fun things to watch with a new head coach, right, is how his team reacts to his leadership. And we'll get a chance to see some of that tonight. And no Bryce Young, no Andy Dalton. Let's see some young players. About an undrafted free agent, Jack Plummer, going to get the start for the Carolina Panthers tonight. Might also see a little bit of Jake Luton, who you saw a little bit in Jacksonville, I think, right?
Oregon State. Yes.
Yeah, Oregon State, big fella up there. So, yeah, opportunity to shine, right? Not just for your teams, right? But even if you don't make the roster, might be somebody down the road that likes it.
See what we've got up here, right? Like I've got all my draft notes because I'm going to get a chance to watch all these guys that we talked about all those months. So I'm excited to see them play.
I do love this time of year. Also, you know, for fantasy friends out there, preseason's a great time to kind of begin to get a glimpse of guys that might be on your later round radar. You know what I mean? As you get into those fantasy drafts. I mean, I once learned about Peyton Hillis in a preseason game.
Nice.
Ended up winning me a league. All right,
there you go.
Let's hand it off to WBZ's boss, WBZ Boston Scott Zolak, as we are ready for kick from Gillette Stadium.
Let's look at the defensive starting lineup as we get to this once the kick is done.
So you might want to catch your breath. That's a lot on the kickoff right there. Zoe was dynamic on his explanation of the dynamic kickoff, and that's what I loved about it.
In all seriousness, how much thinking is going on in the returners? Because you got to process a lot of things. You got to make quick decisions on the fly.
You got to have a mindset. Just return the ball, and that's what the NFL is looking for. Catch it, pick it up, do whatever you got to do. Return the football.
It looks fun. Saw it last Thursday. Here we are tonight. It's coming short. There you go. I think the average starting position a week ago in the Bears-Texan game was the 26-yard line. So not much change here.
And that's the thing. In the preseason, you're going to see all one-on-one blocks on the kickoff. No one's going to try to show anything that may happen in the preseason. What I'm most interested in is these coaches go home and they're studying, they're trying to figure something out. There may be tweaks to this thing even during the season.
Good stick right there. Okay, let's take a look at our defensive starting lineup brought to you by Gillette Labs Exfoliating Bar, Gillette's ultimate shaving experience. See Keon White, he's got some nastiness to him, number 99. Daniel Qualley, Jeremiah Farms, and team captain, Dietrich Wise, Jr.
It's going to be key for this defensive line. No Christian Barmore up there. Good stop.
I think the average starting position a week ago in the Bears-Texan game was the 26-yard line. So not much change here.
And that's the thing. In the preseason, you're going to see all one-on-one blocks on the kickoff. No one's going to try to show anything that may happen in the preseason. What I'm most interested in is these coaches go home and they're studying, they're trying to figure something out. There may be tweaks to this thing even during the season.
Good stick right there. Okay, let's take a look at our defensive starting lineup brought to you by Gillette Labs Exfoliating Bar, Gillette's ultimate shaving experience. See Keon White, he's got some nasty.
What it's about, offensively and defensively.
Good pressure. It's Dietrich Wise.
Dietrich Wise. That's the way you start a game as a defense. You take the field, you want to go 3 and out, and Dietrich Wise, it looks like he just wins one-on-one right here, coming off the edge up top. That's what it's about. When you get a one-on-one, you want to win a little bit of the stutter step to get a sack.
See, this is going to be interesting. With Barmore being out, you know, we'll get to Christian Barmore at some point, you know, with the blood clots, and we don't know when he will be back. You know, Keon White now can move around, down inside, outside. And he was paired with Dietrich on that right side. Looks like the Patriots are going to start on about their own 29-yard line. And what a journey for Jacoby Brissett. I mean, you remember him here with Tom and Jimmy, and we'll get to that Thursday night game that he played in, but he's played in the league for a long time, and the big story throughout the spring is he settled down the room. When you got a couple of young guys, and Bailey Zappe's back here in year 2, you're juggling a lot of players.
And it's fun for me to see this because I was here when Jacoby came in as a rookie, as a young guy, running around, a little immature, and now watching him day in and day out in this offense with this team. He's a true pro. He's a veteran. He's an old guy, but I think these young guys are looking at for direction. And here we see Ramondre Stevenson what he does around the edge for this offense,
which is so big because that's what they want to stick to, the run game to open everything else up for this young football team.
And that's old Ramondre right there. Hey, let's take a look at the Patriots' offensive starting lineup, brought to you by Gillette Labs Exfoliating Bar. Gillette's ultimate shaving experience. You got Vidarian Lowe on the left. That's not the basketball Michael Jordan playing left guard. Go to the receivers here real quick. Tyquan Thornton, Jalen Reagor, and Austin Hooper at tight end with KJ Osborne.
Whenever you talk about it, so we got rain in the forecast. It's raining pretty good right now. Some receivers switch their gloves. They go with the leather gloves. Some guys go with no gloves, and that ball's a little high, but those are catches that sometimes you make when it's not raining. But I think for the quarterback position, Jacoby wants to make sure he puts these throws on the numbers so these guys can catch the ball easily.
Tight ends and backs, that's a great point. Looking left. They took his first read away. I think it was the slot he was trying to go to. He comes back to the tight end, and then comes all the way back to the fourth read, which is Tyquan Thornton.
I think that was so impressive of Jacoby to be able to go through that. For Tyquan Thornton right there as a receiver, you want to see him stop and go back up into the defender right there and draw the pass interference on a play like that. You like his effort to go up and get it, but that's some of those savvy things that the veterans do, and you can draw that penalty.
3rd and 10. Good scramble right there.
And I think, this is a situation that this team doesn't want to be in. They don't want to be looking at 3rd and 10 situations. So Jacoby knows that. You look down the field, no one's open. You don't have to be a hero trying to make this big play. Throw the ball out, live to see another day.
And that was the one thing that they harped on as we talked to those guys is we want to major in running that football. And you pick up a nice play on 1st down, and the next thing you know is an incompletion, another incompletion, and you're punting the ball. So to your point, you can't be in those situations.
When they get this solidified too up front, we'll talk about that throughout the course of this broadcast. The 5 offensive linemen you're going to pick and roll with. Nice stick.
Football is back, baby.
All right, when we come back, Patriots defense takes the field. We'll set it for you.
We're making a big change to Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. We're adding a delicious layer of caramel.
Yes! I love caramel. Yes!
New Reese's Caramel Big Cup.
Yes!
When the sawdust settles and the engine finally roars, the thing you care about most is a job well done. But when you get your tools from Harbor Freight, something about the job feels a little different. Your wallet. Because we believe no matter what you're working on, you need high-quality tools at a great price. And that's what we're all about. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Hey, Flo. Cool leg warmers.
Thanks. They're just for the bus ride to work. They're not part of the official uniform.
No tunes today?
No. My apartment was robbed last night. Took my cable-ready TV, VCR, portable cassette player.
Yep, all the latest tech.
If only Progressive had renter's insurance, like their home insurance.
Then we could bundle our cars and get the same 24/7 protection. I think we just invented that. This is the best day ever.
Well, I still got robbed.
It's still a pretty good day.
It may look like 10 seconds to you, but it looks like a lifetime of work to me.
New city. New time. Same football.
Good morning, football.
Going to Hollywood. Yeah!
Good Morning Football. Tomorrow at 8 on NFL Network.
Our game notes are brought to you by CVS Health. Healthier happens together.
Yeah, and you can see right here, we're 1 month away from Cincinnati going and playing a big game. This team is building their identity, and like everyone knows in the preseason, it's all about staying healthy if you want to be the team that you want to be down the line. And that's the keys for this Patriots football team.
Not on to Cincinnati yet. That was a big thing back in the day.
2014.
Right?
New energy, new vibes.
You make a quarterback change? It's one thing. Carolina has about 31 starters out today. Not playing their top 2 quarterbacks.
And that's the thing. This first series for this defense, you go out there and you get a 3-and-out. You end the series with Wise coming up with a sack. DeMarcus Covington, who you're seeing right there, is a new defensive coordinator. He's been here for a while. The one thing, the games that they did win last year, it was on the backs of this defense. They're looking to carry that over this year, and you were able to shore up guys like Jabril Peppers, Kyle Duggar. You mentioned Christian Barmore, who got paid but is dealing with an injury right now with the blood clots. But you brought these guys back for a reason, to go out there and dominate the way they did last year and bring the offense along with you.
Oh, almost got one. That's Christian Gonzalez, your former #1 pick from a year ago. Went down in that Dallas game. Missed about 75% of the season.
And I think this is key for Christian Gonzalez. When you come out as a rookie, not many people know about you. You go out there and now you show people, hey, you better know me. And a former cornerback, Stephon Gilmore, has talked about how he thinks Christian Gonzalez can be a lockdown corner, and they're going to need that from him because they missed him when they lost him towards the middle of the season last year.
All right, 3rd and 10 here. It's a big get-off down. New blitz. It's a nice ball. Drop.
The weather seems to be showing up. I think these last 2 plays you've seen, New England's been a little step late, but 2 drops. But I think this is probably the key. When you get in these third and 10 situations, you might want a little bit more pressure. You can see Jeremiah Farms gets there late, but they had enough time to sit in the pocket and throw a 15-yard pass.
Well, as we mentioned, Christian Barmore, that's where he shows up big for this football team on the defensive side of the ball, that inside pressure. But we also have to remember number 9 with the red sleeves, Matthew Judon, isn't out there on the field right now as well.
Good stick. But this looks familiar, guys. Number 32.
It looks better, so it looks better is what you mean.
Did he have to pay you for that?
No, he
didn't have the white sleeves.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger, fries, drink, and a sundae. No time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. Right now at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Oh, man, that TV. It's like we're in the game.
I know. So big. We had Best Buy install it.
Easy. Total game changer.
Bigger's better. No offense.
Oh, none taken.
So we went big with everything.
I can see that. Whoa.
Wing?
No, you got something on your...
What if game day was even bigger? Best Buy, official sponsor of the NFL.
Red Bull gives you wings.
splash with another Twisted Tea drop. Twisted Tea fans love the smooth, refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Real brewed tea with a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
You've got your Sunday obsession, and we got you. Now with Verizon, get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us and get every out-of-market Sunday game. Plus $800 off Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Only on Verizon.
See you Sunday.
Are you ready?
Football is back.
I need everything you got.
And NFL Network has every preseason game, big names, and future stars. The NFL preseason, live on NFL Network.
There you see him right there. Number 3 overall pick, Drake May, enters the game at the 11-11 mark for the first time in his career in the first quarter. What do you think he's thinking about?
It's interesting. So much has already been said about him, and you just said it. So he hasn't even taken a snap in the preseason. So I hope he's just excited. I'm sure the nerves are flying, and we talked to these guys yesterday. They just want to get the play call right for their first play in the NFL.
Need more than that on first down. That's that zone run again. So that the zone run is now back, and that's going to be a big part of what they're going to do. And you talk about identity and forming that identity. I'm going to bring Brian Hoyer in from downstairs. Brian, just processing things for Drake May. Were you sort of surprised that these two young quarterbacks, Drake and we'll get to Joe Milton at some point, from calling plays, getting in and out of the huddle? Is that going to be the big challenge for them until a play clock?
Yeah, I think, we talked about it in the production meeting. Just these guys, coming from college, they're looking at over to the sign on the sideline. Now you're calling West Coast plays, which tend to be lengthy. So I think for, both these young guys tonight, the goal is clean operation, go out there and execute the play.
Really, really tough penalty right there. Yeah. Chooks a core for on that right tackle.
And as Hoyer talks about get the operation right, for everybody at home, when you say that, and we talked to Hoyer a little bit about this yesterday, these quarterbacks are coming from college where there was 1 million people on the sideline with different color polos, and they're making all of these signals, and they may be saying one word to the offensive line, and then the play is rolling, where now he's in a huddle repeating paragraphs to try to get everybody lined up in the right position and trying to get the play off. That's the operation. It's such a different game for these young quarterbacks.
Paul, it seems like they're trying to ease Drake into this here. A couple runs here to start it, get his feet up under him, get his feet wet, so to speak.
Yeah, no, I agree, Zoe. And the disappointing thing to me would be just, as much emphasis as we put on the smooth operation, you get a false start penalty. So you want to run the ball, you get his feet wet a little bit to start the series, and then all of a sudden you push into a long yardage situation, 2nd and 14. You want to make sure you keep him out of these tough situations early on.
Call screen. Yeah, good call. And if you pick it up, you pick it up. There you go. Got it.
I think he got the first down, and if you don't, you got to go for it here. Now they're moving the sticks. But good patience by Drake May. Brian, what would you call this in the West Coast offense? What would the terminology be?
Man, I don't remember the screenplay, but I remember some of those keepers. It would be like East right slot, Z right outside, fake 19 Wanda, keep right, Z copper, X cross. And so from like the McCourties, I'm not sure which one was saying it because I can't see you guys, but their point is, you're usually looking over the sideline, and we talked to Joe Milton. He's like, okay, I see the signal. That tells everybody what to do. I tell the O-line the protection, and we go. And so now you get the opportunity to call a whole play. Nice throw. It's tough in the rain. We talked about it, Zoe. Like these guys in the rain, when the ball's high, it's easy for that to slip off their finger. So you really want to try to put it on their chest. But as a quarterback thrown in the rain, it always tends to go a little high.
Yeah, I think there was only one rain day practice. Maybe, Paul, you could remind me on that. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty good throw right there.
Yeah, I agree, Zoe. And there was one rain day, and to be honest, the ball handling was a little sloppy that day for all the quarterbacks. I'm not picking on Drake May. I think there was some issues there with ball security.
And I think that's the reminder this time of the year. it's new for everybody. This is the first preseason game for everybody in 2024. So you come out here and it's raining. You haven't been hit in a while. I know they did a live period in practice, but now it's game speed. So these are the things that, and they want to avoid. This is the second situation. You got away with a screen the first time. Defense is rushing. It's usually hard to go to another screen.
I'm actually